Before starting this video, I would like to give a quick shout out to my friends at Glazed Ink. They do have tempered glass and cases for a lot of devices, including the Moto G5 Plus, so do check them out at glazedink.com. The tempered glass and cases that you see in this video are from them, and you can use the promo code GIZMO for a 10% discount. They do have some really cool products at a really decent prices, so do check them out. Moto G is one of the names that pops in our mind when we talk about budget smartphones. That's quite obvious as the Moto G lineup has always offered a really good value at a decent price point, and it's the company's best-selling smartphone throughout the world. Over the last 2 years, the G lineup has been diversified a lot, and this year we've got the Moto G5 and the G5 Plus. With the G5 Plus costing as high as 17,000 rupees, I definitely have quite a few expectations with it. It's been almost 3 months since I'm using this phone, and today I'm going to tell you whether the Moto G5 Plus is worth buying or not. Last year's Moto G4 Plus was a great smartphone, but it had two major issues with it. First of all, the build quality was cheap, and second was the CPU inside that phone, which overheated, throttled, and was just not up to the mark. But it seems like Motorola has done their homework, as the G5 and the G5 Plus get a unibody aluminum design that looks and feels premium and top notch. It is sort of durable as well, because I dropped my phone once badly and there was only a small dent on the front border of the phone and the tempered glass. So from the outside, the G5 Plus doesn't feel cheap, and the build quality does feel like a 17,000 rupee smartphone. On the inside as well, Motorola has made the right decision, and they've gone with the ever so popular and reliable Snapdragon 625. This 14nm processor is great as it performs exceptionally well, doesn't overheat, and it also sips less power. So that's pretty evident from the Moto G5 Plus's battery performance, as in spite of having only a 3000 mAh of battery, it can easily last a full day on medium to heavy usage. It's not Redmi Note 4 good, but it still holds up pretty well. But one major advantage that this phone has over the Redmi Note 4 is that it does support fast charging, so even if you are low on battery, the fast charger will definitely help you out to get some quick juice into your phone. So performance wise, the G5 Plus does hold up pretty well. The G4 Plus was also applauded for its camera last year, and the G5 Plus just improves on that even more. With a 12 megapixel f1.7 sensor, it does take some really good photos. But let me tell you this, it's not going to replace your iPhone or your Galaxy with its camera performance. It's good, or rather it's one of the best in its price segment, but phones like the iPhone 7 or the OnePlus 3 do have better cameras, which you can see in my comparison videos. So no matter what some websites or people say, the G5 Plus will not replace a flagship phone in terms of camera. With that said, it's probably one of the best in its price segment, and the only phone that can come close to it is the Honor 6X. Although not all is good about the camera on the G5 Plus, as it does lose out on the laser autofocus which was there on the Moto G4 Plus. So in low lighting or while shooting a video, the focus is not as good as its predecessor. Also, some people did report some issues in 60fps videos, but honestly I haven't shot a lot of videos from the G5 Plus, as the video quality is okay and not that great. The display is good though, it's smaller than the G4 Plus at 5.2 inches, which is a good move, and it also gets quite bright, so using it outdoors should not be an issue. That finally brings us to the software of the G5 Plus, where I was let down a bit. The G5 Plus gets the normal stock Android with Android 7.0 Nougat, and no doubt it works really smoothly and flawlessly on the phone. But Motorola, or rather Lenovo, is very lazy when it comes to updates. They've said they won't provide regular security updates, and sadly the G5 Plus is still on the March security update. I did receive an OTA update once or twice, but still I hope that they step up their update game. Also, the G5 Plus sometimes doesn't keep apps in the memory, but I haven't faced this issue very often to complain about it. Finally, one more concern that I have is that the G4 Plus did have a few issues with the Nougat update, so I am hoping that the G5 Plus doesn't face the same when the Android O update comes out. Long story short, the stock Android works great on the phone, but Motorola, please work on your updates. The Moto App though is a good addition to the phone, because apart from your normal twist for camera or double chop for flashlight, the G5 Plus gets some really cool gestures that I've covered in my previous videos. They're quite nifty and they do come in very handy while using the phone. The G5 Plus also gets dual SIM card slots and a separate SD card slot, although the SIM tray is pretty rough and tricky to use, so you need to be very careful so that you don't damage anything inside the phone. It does support VoLTE and 4G, so everything works great on it, but the loudspeaker on the phone is quite disappointing. It's integrated into the earpiece, so it's front facing, but it's not that loud. Watching YouTube videos or in general media consumption experience is not that great on the phone, and I resorted to using my headphones most of the time while listening on the Moto G5 Plus. So that's something that I did not like about the phone, but the call quality and network reception was really good on it. But overall, I have to say that Motorola has another winner this year in the form of the Moto G5 Plus. At a starting price of 15,000 rupees, the pricing is a little expensive, but if you think about it, the 16GB variant is not that bad either, because you can easily pop in a larger 128GB or a 64GB card and use adaptive storage to store your apps. But the 17,000 rupee variant does get an extra gig of RAM, so it all depends on your personal usage. Between this and the Redmi Note 4, there's a good price difference of about 3 to 4,000, so if camera and stock Android is not your priority, then you can go for the Redmi Note 4. But if you want a really good camera and stock Android, the G5 Plus is the way to go. That wraps up my review about the Moto G5 Plus. I hope you guys really liked this video, and if you did, then do show your support by liking and sharing this video. If you have any questions about it, then do let me know in the comments. If you need any cases or tempered glass for the G5 Plus, then do check out Glazed Ink. Use the promo code GIZMO for a 10% discount. If you're new to this channel, then definitely hit the red subscribe button and subscribe, and press the bell icon so that you're notified when my new videos are out. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. I do post some cool updates there, so you can follow me there, ask me your questions. I'll drop some links in the video's description. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys in the next video. Peace.